Hi guys, hey, happy new year, happy 2020 when a new year. The last video I did was literally like 3 weeks ago. It's been a minute guys, it's been a minute, and that was Vlogmas. I even fell off Vlogmas. I was in Lagos, I ditched my camera and I was just living my best life. Sorry guys, I ditched you. I ditched you for Vlogmas, but maybe we'll try again this year, 2020 Vlogmas. Anyway, let's not go too far ahead. I want us to do our makeup and talk about what it is that we're doing differently in 2020. I have such a good feeling about 2020, not just for me but for you guys as well. Claim it in the name of the Lord, claim it. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about, like what I did last year and then what I'm doing differently this year. So I'm gonna be doing my makeup. I saw this cute look on Pinterest. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. So that's what I want to try. There we go, look at that perfection. It's like a halo green smoky eye situation. It just looks so cute. Is there a photo? I'm so sure there's a photo. I'm gonna be using my James Charles palette. I haven't used this palette in such a long time, but then I was looking at the colors and I think that it has the closest colors to what's in that image. Like it has this beautiful light green and it has a similar gold to the one that's there. So that's the palette I'm gonna be using. So 2019, I'm more or less speaking in terms of goal setting. I'm so, guys, anyone who knows me, I feel like you guys know I'm so big on New Year's resolutions. I'm so big on them. Also, my birthday is usually at the beginning of the year on the 2nd of January. So for me, I usually feel like it's just a good time for me to do an audit of the last year and then just like make goals for the next year. So I'm so big on New Year's resolutions. I have always been just so big on them. I love them to death. So in the past years, and I think I've even created vision boards with you guys before, or at least like I've shared my goals and you know what I've put on my vision board before. So if you've been there since those days, then you know how I do my goal setting, how I've done my goal setting in the past, which is basically I have all these many different categories and then like a goal that I want to achieve under that category. So like last year, I remember I had spiritual goals, I had of course my business goals, which was Joanna K Cosmetics goals and goals for my YouTube channel or my content, or goals as a content creator in general. And then I also had what else, health goals, fitness goals, I had goals to do with money, I think I had goals to do with travel. I just had all these categories, and under each of those categories I had like mini goals that I wanted to achieve. So let me give an example. What was one of the goals I had last year? So for example, in health and fitness, I had decided that, you know, I wanted a 6-pack and I wanted to eat healthy. So in fact, I remember putting on my vision board a photo of my dad, because he's the epitome of health, guys. He's so healthy, so self-disciplined when it comes to eating well. And I think I'd also put like this fine girl with a 6-pack. You know, that's what I wanted. And then of course under that, like in my journal, I had written, okay, I'm gonna work out every single day, I'm not gonna eat carbs, I'm not gonna do this, like, you know. And then I had like 7 categories, each of those now with things like that under. And that's basically what I've done every single year for since as long as I can remember. For as long as I've been making goals, that's how I've always made goals. But now when I was doing an audit, of course I started doing an audit like towards the end of last year, because hey, I don't know what happened somewhere there in the middle of 2019. Things just decided to just do their own thing. So I started doing an audit towards the end of 2019, and first of all, I learned something very major about myself in 2019 that I feel like is going to now put me on track. And that is, if I feel at any one point that I have too much on my plate, or that I'm dedicating myself to one too many things at a time, I just shut down. I shut down. I will push and I will give it my all for like a set amount of time, and then after that, like, I'm done. I shut down. I'm not even working on any one goal at any one point. So that's something really major I learned about myself last year. Let's keep doing this eyeshadow. So the green I have here is not as light as the one in the photo, but I think this is still gonna work, and it's still, yes, it's still gonna be cute. So I think I always end up getting into this cycle where I set goals. I set so many goals at once, because I don't only set goals at the beginning of the year. Like, of course, as the year progresses, I make more, like, I set more goals, but now, like, it becomes a cycle. So I set goals, too many goals, I work on them so intensely for maybe like a few weeks or sometimes even a few months, and then after that I fall off. I completely fall off, and then I'm extremely hard on myself. Joanna, what's wrong with you? You're lazy, you can't even achieve these goals. Like, I really talk badly to myself. And then after that, I go ahead and do the exact same thing. I sit down and I set more goals. I set more goals, too many goals at a time, and I do the exact same thing. So it was just a vicious cycle. And at some point now I started making goals, knowing at the back of my mind that I'm making these goals, yes, but chances are, girl, you're not gonna achieve any of these goals. Like, that's how it became really bad. I lost integrity with myself. I lost integrity with myself because I would set goals, and at the back of my mind I'm just like, I know I'm not even gonna achieve these goals, because I had set goals in the past and I hadn't, nothing had come of them. So it became pretty bad, guys. Like, I had no trust whatsoever in myself, and I think that's one of the worst things that can happen, where you actually don't trust yourself. You're setting goals, but you don't even trust yourself. You don't even believe that you're going to achieve these goals. It's not a good place to be. So towards the end of 2019, I was able to really like identify this behavior this behavior of mine, and I started like to try and correct it, to try and rebuild trust with myself. The light is gonna keep going in and out, guys. I'm using natural light. So yeah, I started like trying to rebuild trust with myself, because I was like, I can't keep going on like this. Something has to change. And so I just started doing small it was tough, and I feel like I've still not even gotten to where I want to in terms of trusting myself. But I just started by doing small things, setting very small goals that I knew I could 110% achieve. And that was so hard, because when you're setting goals, especially like when you're harsh on yourself and you're setting goals as an escape, just to like feel good about yourself in that moment when you're setting new goals, can the light just let me prosper, please? So it can be so hard for you to set like small goals, because your mind just keeps telling you that those goals you're setting are so small and they're so mediocre. Like, come on. So you want to start working out, and your mind is telling you, write down that you're gonna go to the gym 7 times a week, twice a day, and you're gonna cut out carbs, and you're gonna cut out all these things from your diet, starting like this from Monday. Like, that's what your mind tells you. So you have to do a lot of like thought work, self-coaching, for you to be able to tell yourself that if I set a goal like this, chances are I'm not gonna make it. I probably won't. So you have to, or this is what I did. Let me not say you have to, or you, this is me. So I had to set like a small goal and say, I'm not gonna eat unhealthy for 2 out of 7 days in the week. And my mind would go wild. It would be like nonsense. But then I did it, and slowly by slowly, like, I started rebuilding that trust with myself to a point where I started setting goals, and I actually knew that I could achieve those goals, you know. So just the very small things, it was really hard, but I was able to slowly by the end of 2019, I feel like I had like rebuilt that trust with myself. So I recommended, hey guys, I think I've sung to everyone I have met and to you guys about this particular podcast that actually helped me realize, you know, what was actually going on. It's called Unfuck Your Brain. That's the name of the podcast. So it's just about unlearning things that we've learned and internalized that, you know, they can be self-limiting beliefs. So I'm gonna link it down below, but there are two particular podcasts that really helped me put in the work I needed for me to be able to get to this point. One of them is called Perfectionist Fantasies, and then one of them is called The Minimum Baseline. So those two podcasts, if you don't listen to anything else from her, although I still highly recommend that you do because she's phenomenal, then at least just listen to those two, because if you're like me and like many people out there, then you'll really be able to like understand why it is that you keep setting goals, you never achieve them, you work on the goals that you've set for like a week or a few days, and then you fall off, and then, so yeah, highly recommend. I'm trying to cut my crease. Well, not trying to, I'm doing it. But this one I need silence. I don't want to mess up. I need silence. It's like a true shadow look. Like, it looks complex, but it's actually not complex. So now let's go in with the gold. Cute. Those two shades go so well together. Okay, I jumped ahead a little bit. I don't know how I feel about this look. I think I'm not the best at doing these kind of like halo looks, so I don't know how I feel, but we're just gonna go with it. I think once I do like my foundation and all, it's gonna be a lot better. So moving on. My skin has been acting a bit funny, not funny, but like I have some mini pimples. I don't think you guys can see them, but especially on my nose, I have a few like pimples here and there that are irritating me. Let's just see how it goes, because I've been really religious with my skincare, and I even started masking. I did like a charcoal mask on Sunday. Or could that be the reason? No, I don't think so. Anyway, so now I think we can talk about, now after everything we've talked about, how it is that I've set my goals for 2020. Okay, this year I have done things differently. Just so you know guys, I haven't made my vision board yet. I'm still gonna make a vision board. Yo, I really believe in the power of vision boards. Like, there's something about writing down your goals, putting like photos, hanging them up somewhere and seeing them every day. It just becomes so subconscious, and you just find yourself doing things towards things that are going to help you achieve your goals. So I still 100% believe in vision boards. That's what I'm about to change. But what I'm doing differently this year is I have ditched all the categories that I used to have before with all the mini goals under those categories, and now I just have one goal. I have one major goal that is always on my list of goals every single year, and because I have so many goals, it usually just falls to the side, and it's something that I have decided 2020 I have to work on it. So 2020 I have called it the year, I look ridiculous but take me seriously, the year of financial freedom. I'm sure you're not even shocked to hear that, because it's no secret guys, I have struggled with money so much. I struggle with money. My relationship with money is a mess. The money mindsets I have are a mess. Like, everything and anything related to money I really struggle with. I have no problem making the money. I will work for that money. Managing it though, now that is where the issue comes in. And in 2019, I feel like my poor money management really affected some things in my business, some things in my personal life, that I was like, I just need to dedicate a whole year to this money thing, because I can't continue the way I'm going. I can't. So back to the podcast. I don't know if it's the same episode, the 2 episodes that I've recommended, or another, but one of the things that she recommends is that instead of setting throughout the year, if you're people like us, people like me who like set goals at the beginning of the year and then you end up never achieving them, she suggests that you try to break it down into quarters. So have your goals, like have your yearly goals obviously, but instead of focusing on all those goals at once, she recommends that for each quarter, focus on one thing and one thing only. Like just that one thing, like that's where all your efforts are going towards. So I decided to use that principle, but me, I took it even further and I said I have one goal, and now for me it's that one goal that I'm breaking up like into different things I want to work on within that same goal, but like into different quarters, right? So dude, guys, the relationship I have with money is pathetic. Let me tell you some things I spent money on last year. Okay, for me it's not even like the things I spent money on, it's more about how unintentional I have always been when it comes to spending money. So like it's like I don't feel that shilling leaving my pocket. It's like I don't feel it. So I want to be so intentional with how I'm spending my money this year. And I'm not even saying I'm gonna turn into this frugal person, a cheapskate all of a sudden now, like I'm not doing my nails or I'm not doing my hair. That's not gonna work for me. That's not the way I plan to handle this situation. But I really just want to be able to account for every single shilling. You know, mindless spending, that's my name. That's my name. So in 2019 I did a lot of mindless spending where money is in my account. I haven't sat down to decide, to figure out what my expenses are. I haven't sat down to decide where each shilling is gonna go. So I would spend on things. Some of them I need them, some of them I don't. But then it's like I haven't even sat down to be like, do I really need this? Do I, you know, it's just money was leaving my account, and that is changing, guys. That is changing. Sorry, this foundation usually needs a bit of extra time to blend. So in fact, I have my journal here that I've written down what I want to achieve by the end of 2020, my year of financial freedom. So at the end of 2020, I want to be able to create and stick to a budget. I tried this in 2019, but because I had my hand in so many other things, so many other goals I was trying to achieve, I didn't trust myself, I had lost integrity with myself. I never ever really followed through with a budget. I have never stuck to a budget for a whole month. That's how bad this is. I have created budgets. I have no problem creating budgets, and of course I already came from last year. I already worked on how I even make budgets, because I used to make a budget and I'm there cutting out things. Do I need to do my nails? No. Hair? No. You know, just removing things. Of course I don't do that now. Just I'm honest with myself, but it's just important for me to work within a budget. You know, like I know I have money for entertainment this month, maybe it's 30k, let's say. So, you know, I have to make better choices. I can't spend that whole 30k in one day and expect to continue enjoying for the rest of the month, you know. So just having that budget, I think, is gonna help me really be able to make better choices. You know, like if your budget for going out is 3,000, you're gonna be a bit more conscious when you're choosing where to go out. You know, you're not gonna go somewhere where you need like 5,000. I think I've gone off anyway. So savings, I also want to really work on my savings. I have things I want to save towards. I'm not able to save for nothing. I've just never been able to do that. That I need some motivation behind the saving. So if it's travel, then I want to be able to save and put money in a travel fund. Another thing I want to have by the end of 2020 is an emergency fund. Just a fund where I have money in case of anything. If Joanna K Cosmetics goes bankrupt today, if my channel is shut down, like if I'm just, or if I get sick and I'm not able to make money, just like a cushion for me to be able to get back on my feet, you know, something that can keep me going, living the lifestyle I'm living now for a few months before I'm able to like get back on my toes, on my feet, on my toes. Next is accountability. I'm reading from my notebook, so the makeup has kind of stalled. Anyway, we're getting back. So I want to be able to be very accountable for every single shilling I spend, which I've already started by learning how to use Excel spreadsheets. That's something, guys, I used to tell myself, ew, Excel, me, no. You know, just look at those people who actually keep Excel spreadsheets for their personal finances, and I'm just like, are you okay? Like, why are you doing that? You're too much, you know. But now here I am, I've been watching YouTube videos on how to create a personal budget using an Excel spreadsheet. I actually have an Excel spreadsheet as we speak with my budget for the month that I actually go to keep like updating and stuff. So things like that, I just want to be able to be accountable. I keep receipts, but I never ever do anything with those receipts. I keep them because I'm always like, maybe one day. But now I've actually been keeping them and inputting how much I've spent from those receipts into my spreadsheet. Guys, who am I right now? Who am I? Not to say I haven't fallen, guys. I have already fallen. I have already, some things I've budgeted for, I've already gone out of budget, but that's okay. I'm also being very kind to myself. I'm not going to expect to change my money habits within a month of setting that goal. No, that's not gonna happen. I have 12 months, and you know, it's gonna take time, because you know, it's taken 25 years for me to have these habits, so it's not gonna take a month to break those habits. The other thing is, I just want to really work on my relationship with money, because I feel like it's very messed up. How I think about money, how I relate with money, the money mindsets I have. So I really want to be able to work on that. So I'm already seeing like the benefits of just setting that one goal, because as it is, most of the podcasts and videos I'm watching, I'm just finding myself drawn to watch things to do with money, you know. So I tend to watch so many things to do with how to create a budget, how you should Excel spreadsheet, how you should, you know, everything to do with money, you know, how to change your money mindset, how to understand your relationship with money and why it's like that, and how to change it. So because I just have like that one goal in mind, it's like anything that I want to watch or to listen to just has to do with money. And by the way, that's not to say that now everything else, I'm not working on everything else. It's just like a compound with my money building, and everything else is burning around it and people are crying for help, but me, I'm just here like, I just have this one money goal. It's not like that. Of course, I still have other things have to run. Of course, you know, I still have to keep running other things, but the main thing that I'm working on is the money thing. It's the money thing. And I feel like by me, in fact, going after this goal, I'm going to achieve so much outside of that goal. Things like self-discipline, things like delayed gratification, those are things that for sure, for me to be able to properly manage my money, those are things I'm obviously going to have to cultivate. So things like that are obviously gonna end up benefiting other aspects of my life, you know, not just money. And of course, me learning how to manage my money is gonna be better on my business. You know, I won't dip into my business's money. I'll just work with the salary I pay myself. I won't, you know, just things like that. And through my savings, I can then be able to invest more into my business. So yeah, I've divided now that one goal I have into like quarter 1 goals, quarter 2. So in quarter 1, this the beginning of the year, I'm really focusing on creating a budget and sticking to it. So for 3 months, just creating a budget, like that's it, creating a budget and sticking to it. So I've already sat down, come up with a budget, being very honest with myself, not trying to slash things that I don't need this, I don't need that, just being honest with myself. And also now being very intentional with how I spend my money, or not intentional, but knowing where every single shilling is going. And like I said, guys, I've already fallen, I won't lie, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm gonna just keep getting up. Okay, the look actually looks good, right? So I'm gonna just do my usual trio. I feel like you guys already know this by now. Using my palette to contour, to put blush. I just use the shadows from my palette, and they usually do the trick. So this is chocolate that I'm using to powder contour, and then I'm using Aspire as blush, and then I'm using Dancing Queen, which is like my favorite highlighter of all time, guys. Gosh, this thing will make you glow. Hey, look, can we just look? And then it's like, it's a subtle glow, you know. I love it so much. All right, so what's left? Oh, I want to put some of that green, because I saw that they did that. They put some green on the lower lash line. So that's what I'm doing differently this year, guys, and I'm so confident in myself. I'm so confident that by the end of this year, I'm just gonna be this money goddess. I'm gonna know how to earn more. I'm gonna be able to know how to save. I'm just gonna be like good. I'm gonna be good. So now in my vision board, which I'm yet to do, I'm basically just going to have money is gonna be the center, and then now my small goals are rising from that one goal. They also put like the gold at the bottom, so I've never done that before. Let's just see. All right, it's cute. Okay, I like it, guys. I like it. So I'd also love to hear your goals for 2020, guys. I really would. What are you doing differently this year, or are you doing anything differently? Let me know in the comments down below just one thing you want to achieve by the end of the year and how you plan to achieve it. If someone was struggling like with making their own goals, then I hope that this video has like given you some insight. And now if you go listen, if you combine that with a podcast, I think you're gonna be good to go. This is a hack for glowing skin. After you put your setting spray, like press it into the skin with your beauty blender. You will, hey, you'll look at that glow. You'll glow. And that's it. Oh, lips. Okay, so for lips, I'm gonna use this is a gloss that never made it to the final pile, but then I've been using it and I'm like, this is cute. Like, I think this should have made it. It's so cute. So maybe in the next glosses we launch, this could be one of that. It's so cute. I had called it Oh Lips. Okay, I don't even like that name anymore. Nah. Okay, this definitely has to go into the pile next time. So in terms of other to life updates here and there, I'm gonna be vlogging really soon, maybe like from tomorrow. I really want to do more vlogs this year because it's one of the pieces of content that I love creating. So definitely more vlogs this year. So I'm gonna be like telling you guys a bit more about what's been going on since I came back from Lagos. So look out for that. Thank you guys so much. Let me check if I have glass on my teeth. I do not. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you think about this look. I think it's cute. I like it. I like it. I like it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. I do probably gonna be a vlog, I'm not sure, but also now that you guys know the one thing I'm so focused on this year, then I hope you guys won't mind coming along on this financial freedom journey of mine, because I'm probably gonna do like a lot more content to do with money, because it's what is gonna be going on in my life. So like, you know, things I'm not spending on this year, how I create my budget, you know, things like that. So I'm gonna be sharing in case someone might benefit from it. Yeah, okay, now I'm dragging this on for too long. Thanks guys for watching. Bye.